Your ego is not your amigo. That quote was by Les Brown, and in today's episode I'll be talking about why your ego may be holding you back from achieving everything you desire in life. I'm Sanj and welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps you start to master your mindset and navigate life's challenges so you can reach new heights. I give you easy to implement techniques to help you start to master your life. If you get something from this episode, please share it with someone who you think would benefit. I would also really appreciate it if you could give me a rating or a review. So today I'm talking about a topic that holds immense power over your life, and that's the ego. The ego can be defined in three different ways, in three different contexts. There's Freudian psychology, which talks about the ego helping individuals to navigate the complexities of realities, making decisions, and managing demands from both internal and external sources. There's a self-concept, which talks about a healthy ego helping maintain a balanced self-view, fostering your confidence and your self-worth, while an inflated or fragile ego can lead to issues such as narcissism or insecurity. Or there's a philosophical perspective, which talks about the ego can vary widely from seeing it as an illusion that hinders enlightenment, or to viewing it as a central aspect of humans' existence and individuality. But so overall, the ego is a multifaceted concept, and so it can refer to yourself in different ways. But today, when I'm talking about it, I'm going to be talking about it in the way of self-concept and in psychology. So talking about it helping you navigate complexities of reality and making decisions, as well as helping you maintain a balanced self-view and fostering confidence and self-worth. When you sit there and you think about your life, you want to achieve all these possibilities. You want to live your dream life. You would desire this fantastic life where you're earning lots, where you're achieving everything you want to. But actually, your ego can be holding you back. You're struggling to turn your dreams and your aspirations into a reality because the ego often gets in the way. Your ego is actually causing you to fear failure because it perceives it as a threat to your self-image. And as a result, you actually start avoiding to take risks. You start pursuing softer dreams, ones which don't light you up as much because you fear of falling short on those big dreams that you really want. It keeps you stuck in your comfort zone. It means that also that your ego is tied to your sense of identity and your self-image. So when you're faced with challenges or when you're faced with setbacks, you actually resist them. You cling to your familiar identity, no matter how much it serves you or no longer serves you. You may find that you stay the way you are within your comfort zone because it's attached, your ego is attached to your identity, and it wants to stay with what is familiar. Your ego craves validation from other people, from approval from others. So what you end up doing is then you end up prioritizing that external recognition over your own fulfillment. What you then do as a result of that is actually you start making decisions based on that. You start making decisions based on others' expectations rather than your own desires, rather than the things that you want, rather than the things that you dream of, that excite you, that bring you joy, that bring you happiness. Your ego is causing you to stay within your comfort zone. It's causing you to actually stick to the person you are. And again, you see this every day in habits. If you want to change a habit, how difficult is it? It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of willpower because your ego is attached to your old identity. It may no longer serve you, but it's attached to it. And so to change your habits, to change your routines, is causing you to actually adjust. And your ego does not like that. So it will keep you stuck there. It will be keeping you craving approval and validation from those around you. You're going to want to make them happy, want to make them smile, want to make them accept you. And so you will make decisions again, as I said, based on what they want rather than what you want. Your ego keeps you stuck because it blocks creativity. It thrives on control, on certainty. And what you have done previously, that is control, that is certainty. So it ends up stifling your creativity. It stifles your innovation. It resists thinking outside the box and ends up limiting your ability to explore new possibilities because it scares you. It scares you into thinking that actually these new things are uncertain. You are not in control. When you are no longer in control, it causes stress. And so the more ego, the higher level of ego that you have, the less open you will be to new ideas, the less willing you will be to take creative risks. You will not be willing to push yourself out of that comfort zone. The ego also seeks dominance and validation. So this is where this takes control and takes effect within relationships a lot and interactions with other people. This is where you start to actually build a competitive mindset rather than collaboration and cooperation. You want to hold all the knowledge, so you're the one in control. You want to show how good you are compared to those around you within your office. When you actually see the role of the ego in your personal conflicts and you actually see how much you are willing to do to go above and beyond to make sure that you show that you are better than the other person. The empathy and understanding is not something that the ego understands, because it will actually want you to show that you are the leader, you are the winner, you are the dominant one. And as a result of these two things, by blocking your creativity, by wanting to seek dominance, is going to foster your limiting beliefs, because it's going to show you what you're capable of, and it's going to convince you that, and if it causes you, if it makes you think negatively, it can actually convince you that you're not worthy or capable of achieving your dream life. What it will do is, if it blocks your creativity, if it stops you from doing things that will push you out of your comfort zone, it's going to block you progressing. It's going to stop you from becoming the capable person you can be. And it's going to create self-imposed limitations, which will hold you back from reaching your full potential. Your beliefs shape your reality, and so if you want to shape your reality, you need to do that by influencing your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. But if your ego is not allowing you to have those thoughts, to feel those emotions, and to take those actions, you're going to be stuck. But when you actually manage to take control of your ego, when you tame that beast, a world of possibilities opens up. You can actually start to let go of those ego-driven fears, those attachments. You will be willing to let go to allow new opportunities in your life. You will gain clarity about what you truly desire and the purpose of your life. You won't be held back by that self-doubt or that need for validation from everyone around you. You're going to actually manage your ego and strengthen your resilience and your adaptability in the challenges that you face. You will become more flexible, more open-minded when you actually control that ego. It will allow you to navigate obstacles. It will allow you to actually start to take back control, to find ways around, to think differently, to look at things from a different perspective. And actually as well, when you start to manage your ego, it will also deepen your connections and will help you live a more fulfilled life. Because when you actually forget about the need for validation, forget about seeking approval from everyone, you won't have that competitive side in you as much. You'll actually be willing to go above and beyond for others, and that will deepen your connections with other people around you, because you will be authentic. You will have mutual respect. You will actually end up experiencing greater fulfillment more joy in your life, in your relationships, in your interactions. But the problem is, the difficulty is actually keeping your ego in check. It's easier said than done. It's something that's been with you for so long, and you, over the years, it's built up into this beast. So for you to actually change, you're going to have to want to change. And if you are going to have to learn to keep your ego in check, and it will help you achieve what you want in life. First thing is practice self-awareness. When you are self-aware, it actually means that you will notice when your ego is in control, when your ego is driving your actions, when it's actually making you take actions, making you think thoughts, and making you behave in ways that you don't want to, that you want to be, that you want to change. So when you start to become self-aware, you actually start to change and start to choose to respond from a different place, from a place of authenticity and alignment with what you believe in, with what your values are. The next thing you can do to help tame your ego is to embrace humility. Realize it's a strength rather than a weakness. Realize that you don't have all the answers. Be open to learning from others, from those people around you. True strength doesn't require you to do everything alone. True strength may be you actually realizing you have a weakness and seeking someone out to help you to improve. You don't need that constant validation or superiority. It's okay to be with everyone else. You don't always need to be number one. What you will find is when you stop chasing and stop competing for every single thing, you'll find that it makes so much difference and actually helps you live a happier life, because you're no longer focused on winning. You're focused on being the best version of you. And the next thing is to actually focus on growth. Realize that actually you need to value progress more than you value perfection. Challenges are opportunities for growth. They're chances for you to learn and become better. The setbacks are the learning experiences that you need to become the person you want, to live the life you desire, the one you dream of. Celebrate your achievements along your journey. It doesn't matter how big, how small, as long as you're moving forward, you're still doing the right thing, you're still moving in the right direction. And also, when you actually start to practice compassion for others, realize that actually start thinking that there's enough of everything to go round. When you start to open your mind to abundance rather than scarcity, it will help you act in a different way. It will help you not think of everything as a competition. Your ego can either be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle on your path to success in life, on your path to fulfillment. So when you start to acknowledge its influence, and when you start to learn to keep it in check, you can unlock your full potential. You can start to achieve everything you desire. So what small step can you take today to start taming your ego and move yourself closer to your dreams? Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. You master it and you'll master your life. As always, my mission is to start making a positive impact on this world, and I sincerely hope you can help me do that by liking, by following, and by sharing this podcast with others. So until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep mastering your mindset so you can master your life. Thank you.